morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North Adventures. Today it's going to be something totally different for you folks. I'm going to be doing a paranormal investigation in this very place, just here. I've got a friend with me and I'll introduce you to him in a moment. Will anything happen? Will we hear anything? Who knows? People have been here before. Our first time doing this, so be a bit easy on us please, and just go from there. So wish us luck, and if you do like this sort of content, please comment, let us know, and we'll definitely bring you one of these at least once a month. This is Sheffield. Some of you will know it, but this is a cemetery that's got quite literally thousands and thousands of burials, and lists say there could be up to 29,000 burials in this area. You've got really old tombstones. Now these date from 1857 onwards. There is another section down that path there, and there is another section over the railway. And if I just walk up a tiny bit to here, you can see at the moment you can't physically walk between the graves. There's just that many of them, and it's in this woodland. It didn't used to be a woodland. It got abandoned in the 1960s, 1970s, and all these trees have grown up ever since. So just for an example, let's have a look. We've got one here, 1893. But yes, that area we can't actually walk up. We've got a couple of paths like this, so that's what we've got.
Hello.
Meet Simon.
Hiya.
He's also from Sheffield, yeah, and he's a paranormal investigator.
Hiya.
He's my teammate for the day, yeah. And tonight me and Simon are coming back to here to do a paranormal investigation. We're using the Spirit Talker. I've got the K2, and I'm just going to be filming for my video on my phone the K2, and obviously I'll show you if it says anything on the screen. We're going to start here folks. We had a bit of activity in this area before. Simon, can you start the spirit box up please?
I think it's already on.
Right, so we'll just start it up guys. Green light, that's how to switch it on. It's now scanning. Right, so I'm Lee. I'm here doing a paranormal investigation. This here is my friend Simon, and he is also an investigator.
You see us already.
It said you see us. We don't see you currently, but if you can make the lights on our devices go up, then we'll know that you're closer to us, if that helps you.
Grace.
Grace.
Grace. Is your name Grace? Would you like to communicate with us today, please? We come here to find out people's stories, to find out what had happened. Vernon. And basically we just want to know what people did and ask a few questions. Obviously there's some very old graves up here, some that's fallen down, How many of you are around us?
Refuse.
Refuse. Do you refuse to speak to us right now, or would you like us to move to a different area? These devices that we are holding allow you to communicate with us. You can make the lights go up.
Gash.
Gosh. Okay. I don't understand. But yes, you can communicate through these devices.
I'm only 5.
You're only 5. Are you buried in this cemetery? Please. You can communicate with us safely. We mean no harm and no disrespect.
Our gadgets will not harm you either.
We're currently on a very old path, walking into an area where there's a lot of gravestones. There's that so many graves in here, folks, that we don't actually know where any of the graves are. Unfortunately, just where I was, I just went into one. Despair. You do not need to be scared of us or the devices. So this is a modern bridge. You can see the steep angle. I'm not going to film it too much because it's badly graffitied, and we've got a lot of rain at the moment, and this wasn't forecast. But basically this is the railway line, and there's a newer half of the cemetery from 1900 to the 1950s on the other side. That's for another day. We're going to stay on this side, folks. Something's telling me that we need to be down here. So there's a name there, Camilla, and right there, Camilla. There we go.
Burned.
Burn. That could be anything.
Yeah.
But yes, is this you, Camilla, that spoke to us? Age, I can't quite make out the age. 1863 is the date on that one. But Camilla actually came through on the box. As you can see, it's so overgrown, folks. We don't know where to walk or anything. So, as you can see, folks, it's now much darker than it was. And I'm just having a look through. Let me know if you see any orbs or any lights or any movement that I don't actually see. You see, we've got all this overgrowth. As I say, it is quite an abandoned cemetery. But it is getting darker. So,
My name is Rose.
hello, Rose.
Hiya, Rose.
Rose, would you like to speak to us today?
Secret.
So, you have a secret, or you want to keep it a secret? I mean no disrespect by walking on these graves at all. We're just trying to get from place to place along these old footpaths that used to be here. So right now Simon's actually got his light on, but if Simon was to turn his light off, we'll show you what we've got. So as you can see, it's getting very dark in here. Now some people ask, why do you go in the day, why do you go at night? Basically, places like this are going to be active all the time. We've got a newer marker here, 1905.
Don't follow the voices.
It just said don't follow the voices. Are we safe in here tonight, may I ask? I would like to know if there is anyone protecting us. Or if anyone would just generally like to have a chat. You can make the lights on this box in my hand go up.
I can protect you.
I can protect you.
That is very good to know. Thank you very much.
I truly appreciate that.
Thank you. May I ask what your name is, if you're protecting us, please? Many of you may not know, but many years have actually passed since your family was around. Some of your family members may also not be around nowadays. But we are happy to speak to anybody that wishes to communicate. You don't have to be scared of us.
I mean you no harm.
So, a moment ago, we just had to cross this grave here. Just there. And I said, I'm sorry, we don't want to stand on the graves. And it said on the spirit talker, just there, it says gratitude. And the word hall is basically some surname of a grave that we've seen in here. As you can see, it's very dark in here. We are protected. We're being told we've got guides doing so. So this is what we're actually seeing right now, folks. It's actually very, very dark now. Looking up to the canopy, we've probably got 10, maybe 15 minutes left of light. So what we do want to do is we want to stick to paths, because we don't want to stand in an unmarked grave. We don't want to stand somewhere that we can fall over. So out of respect of everybody that's here and the safety of ourselves, we're going to head down this footpath here, onto this footpath, and we're going to go further down this way. And then once we get down that way and it's dark, we may put some lights on. Grandma. So it's just said grandma. So there are quite a few families in here, from children, men, women, all the way up to grandparents. So we just had a person say they've been here 100 years. It's now 2024, so that would make the person 1924. What you're seeing here is the view that we've actually got right now. It is pitch black, and I'm just going to put my EMF meter on, because I heard a few sounds over here, so I'm not sure what they are. Right, so here we've got a footpath just in front of us, which would have been one of the old original footpaths.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
So it's just said, yes, that's right. My question was, this is a footpath. It would have been one of the original footpaths. How many of you are talking to us at present, please? The EMF is just as it is, it's not showing any different. Let's have a walk up the little footpath a little bit more. Simon's just shining his light tiny little bit, but that's literally...
Move towards the noise.
Move towards the noise.
Would you like us to move towards the noise? Okay. So we're going to stop here a moment. If you would like to talk to us, you are free to do so. We are stood in the middle of the cemetery to listen. Again, green on the white so far. Anybody wishing to communicate can do so freely through these devices that we are holding.
Under the ground.
Under the ground.
It's just said under the ground. We know there are many people here under this ground that we are standing on. We are in a cemetery, a graveyard. Does anybody have a name for us at all, please? So Simon's over here filming. He's got a small torch on his second device. So just so you can see exactly what we're looking at. So yeah, this is an unusual cemetery in the fact that it rolls down the side of a hill as the railway crossing through the middle, and then it rolls up the other side of the other hill.
Extinction.
On the other side. So it's just said the word extinction, but again we don't know why.
The woman scares me.
The woman scares you? What is your name, please? Is the woman here now? There's a woman down there. It says when it focuses in, I'm in my 50s. We heard a lot of noise. It says I'm guilty. So just up here, we can't actually see. If Simon puts his light on a second.
If it's right.
Right, so we've got the light on. Just up there, there was a bit of movement. And the reply on the box came through as I'm guilty, as if somebody made that noise. So you can't see, but if Simon pans over to my left, just there was some breaking of branches over there. But
Thompson.
Thompson. So there are graves in here somewhere for the Thompson family. So we could have one of those communicating with us. And again, over here, there's a lot of movement. What I'm going to do, folks, the EMF is not showing anything whatsoever. No change, nothing.
Fulfillment.
Fulfillment. We would like to be fulfilled with some knowledge.
Birds.
Don't worry, folks, that were just birds above us.
Use my torch.
Sorry, I've got it. Right, there we are. So I say we go back this way a bit.
Bad.
Bad. Do you not want us to go down this footpath here in front of us? No?
I better.
Yeah. So someone just went past then.
There's some bugs flying about.
Yeah. So yeah, it's rather quiet at the minute, folks. We have had activity here before, but it doesn't look like there's much happening. There's always going to be potential chatter on a box.
There's more of us.
There's more of us. I'm sure it said that again. Said it earlier.
So it said there's more of us, and before it's previously said there's many of us. We would like to communicate with people. If you wish to talk to us, we can wait here, listen to your stories. We are happy to communicate. Shall we go down to the chapel, former chapel?
Picture.
Picture.
I heard that. I cannot take photographs currently. Pictures.
We are videoing. That takes pictures.
You can be seen on the boxes that we hold if you want to show yourself. Or to make a noise near to us so we know where you are. Rather quiet. the noises we're hearing, folks, is from the rain, and we've also got birds in the trees. We're going to walk down this way a bit, and go and have a look where the former chapel was. So there has been no temperature changes. I don't know what to say, folks. It's rather quiet. There's the standard noises that you'd expect in a forest or in a woodland.
Very few talk to me.
Very few talk to you. Well, we would like to talk to you if you wish to communicate with us. We are more than happy to listen to what you've got to say. May I ask your name, please? So we just had it come through on the box. Very few wish to talk to me. We're happy to talk. My light's just gone out. My torch has just gone completely out. Would you like to communicate with us right now? If not, we can come back another time, maybe. We will move on a tiny bit further if we get no communication. Well, thank you for communicating with us. We're going to move on a tiny bit further. You're welcome to speak to us if you wish to. Oh. I just found a brick in the floor. See, that's a hidden danger that you've got to look out for in these places. You just don't know where stones are, bricks are, former buildings, things like that. So the spirit box is still running. It can communicate. Anybody can, if they wish to speak to us through the boxes. We're just walking down to where the former chapel was, and also where the soldiers' monument grave is. We don't feel in danger. As I said at the start, I was a bit nervous.
Hear my footsteps.
Hear my footsteps. We'll stop and listen, see if we can hear you. If you wish to walk, you can walk so we can hear you.
Attic.
We're outside. There are no attics in this room or outside area. There may have been an attic in the former chapel, which is near to us. Is the person speaking a person that used to work in the chapel? So for the record, folks, no comments, moments of silence. Really don't know what to think. tonight. Now let it be stated that I do know that the paranormal is real in my mind, but everybody's entitled to their own opinions. So this here is the stairs what led into the chapel, and the chapel stood on this raised ground. It's no longer there. So when it said about a attic, it could have been a room that was high up in that chapel. There is a notice board around here, so we can have a look at that. Go from there. Now in a place like this, you will get mixed feelings. You'll get day and night at wow. So just coming down here, folks,
Help me.
it's gone ice cold.
And it's just said, help me.
And it's come through as help me. Can you make the lights on the box go up, please, so we can see where you are? Let me take the laser grid out. Second. So this is the laser grid. We're doing that to see if there's any sort of movement.
Found.
Found.
Did we find you there? You may walk between the lights so we can see exactly where you are. Again, they mean you no harm.
It just allows us to see you.
So I don't know if it's going to be clear on
Filming.
Filming, yes,
the... We are filming, yes, yes.
You can show yourself.
So there is a bit of movement just on the edge down here. Have you got a little light that we can use a tiny bit, please?
One on me.
That's fine. Right, so Simon's got his light on, just so you can see there are a few bugs about. But if we look at the laser grid,
I had an accident.
so I had an accident. What happened, may we ask? But yes, looking at the laser grid, there's slight movement in there at the bottom left. It is right on the edge of the former footpath. And then just here, I'll just pan you around a bit. This is obviously where the chapel was. I'm turning my light out for 1 second to remove my now flat battery pack. So I'm now in a slightly different area. Would anybody like to speak to us, please?
Warm.
Warm.
We would like to be a bit warmer because the temperature has gone really cold at the moment, so we think you are near us. If nobody wants to talk to us, we will move on a tiny bit further. I'm going to turn these lights out now.
Yes, that's right.
You want us to move on a tiny bit further? So down here we've got a fallen grave in the shape of a pillar. Here we've got
I'm in the shadows.
the entrance. There are a lot of shadows around if you can help us a bit more. This ground here is where the church and chapel used to be. And just here to the right, this is the Soldiers Monument. 1866, 67, 68, 1869. So this would be people from the artillery barracks known as Hillsborough Barracks. Now a shopping centre, folks. There we are, and it's nice to see that people have still got respect here. Cadets come up here as well. May you all rest in peace. And then just here there is a little notice board. As you can see, it's covered in rain. So it tells you about the excavations, things like that. So if you want to have a quick read of that. So
Shadows move.
this is what the chapel looked like. So you've got this single story building. This is the bit that we're stood next to. And there is an upper floor area, so that could be the room there, the attic. I'm not sure. So Simon, any thoughts at all?
Yeah. Other than it being quiet.
It is. I mean, we've been here in the day, folks, and we've had activity. The thing is, I'll say it,
Passage.
you can't rely on these apps 100%. That's why we have other tools like the grid patterns, things like that, so we can see and sense a bit better.
Damian.
Damian.
So it's just said Damian. Is there anybody here called Damian that would like to chat to us, please? Or any of the former soldiers? Definitely heard steps over there.
Yeah.
But yes, there isn't an event on at the arena, which isn't far from us. So unfortunately, I think it might be a bit quiet today. There's a lot of noise down there. But yes, there is movement. It's a cemetery. There's going to be movement in the woods.
Yeah.
But
Trees moving.
you know what, folks? I do recommend this place. This is a place that I would say, I'm not going to say there's nothing here. I'm going to say that tonight, it just wasn't our night.
No.
Maybe if you came yourselves, or you came with other people, there might be activity.
And please do just show some respect.
That's it. That's what I was just about to say. Just remember, people, that everybody that is in this cemetery, whether they are actual people or whether they are spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, they was once people like us. We have still got the box on and it said sister, but There's just random chatter coming through. We're not asking any questions at the moment. But as the last video here in the day, there were so many people or words coming through that we couldn't make quite a lot of sense of it. So it's one of those. There could be lots of people here, there could be lots of spirits, there could be absolutely nothing, but I'll leave it up to you folks. It's down to you guys to decide. I personally think that there is in here. I just don't think today was our night. But I will say one thing before we end the session. I'd like to thank everybody that was around that did communicate, or through the words on the box as they came through. Now, you all must stay here. You cannot attach to ourselves, our possessions, or our devices. We are leaving in peace, and we would like to thank you for your time.
Where?
We are leaving this place. You must stay here. You cannot attach to us, our devices, our possessions, or anything that is on us. But we would like to thank you for your time. And as I say, thank you, folks. And thank you to everybody that spoke to us today. So, this is Lee from Magnetic North Adventures.
Retaliate.
And Simon over there.
Yeah.
So he's off as well. So don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And until the next time, not sure what I'll be doing. Magnet fishing, adventure walks, history walk, maybe another paranormal if you want to see one. Drop in the comments if you do, or what you thought of the video. If you've seen anything that we didn't see.
Gravestone.
So, it just said gravestone, but we are signing out. So, we're going to shut the box down now. And we've said our piece, so off we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now. Bye.